Germany we always work as a team, yeah? And I really believe now nobody or seldom one coach can make a top player. You really need to cooperate, you need to learn, you need to share the ideas, you need also to share work in the whole. So I think this part of the success of German table tennis in the last 30 years was that we really learned to cooperate. We always had a wonderful team of colleagues. There were two of ex-Yugoslavian national team there, Mr. Korpa, a legend in table tennis, Mr. Čordaš, also legend in table tennis, and some more which really, me alone, it would be hard. So I just work always in a team. Try to work in a team. Don't try to be like this and not share, not let, be helped, discuss the things. And when I say discuss, I just hope that today, because this is our topic, this is table tennis, what I'm going to speak about, that today you will discuss a little. Because this presentation I have now, this is not mine. It is also work of a team. This is work of German table tennis national coaches. We are 8, we work together, we help each other, and we also discuss a lot. And not only the national team, we also have regional coaches. We have many regions in Germany. Some of them are very big, very productive in terms of table tennis practice and table tennis simply. And this was one of my aims in last, maybe let's say 20 years or something like this, 17 years, okay, I can put it exactly, to try to connect all the coaches and to make them also work together. Because at the beginning of my career, I experienced what it means to fight, not to cooperate, not to be able to go out of one's corner and see the things maybe from the other side, yeah? And as I grew older, and being older is not always only disadvantage, it's also sometimes you learn something in between. I saw that we lost a lot of time, we lost a lot of energy not working together. So about 2000, my aim became not only producing the players, it was also to make the coaches work together, which all the coaches on the territory of the German Table Tennis Association, just everybody can bring something to the quality of our players, yeah? And I always try I always try to imagine one player as it is mosaic, do you say this? Yeah, mosaic of work of many people, yeah? We have some examples of, for example, Mr. Zegner here, he was working a lot alone with Tamara Boros. But also, I know if I speak about dedication, I think this is one of the most dedicated, or you are one of the most dedicated coaches I ever saw. Also you, in one point, you saw that it's better to share her, yeah, to send her somewhere, and you were always taking care of her, but you were also being able to say, okay, go kid, and learn something more, yeah. And this is what I say, this is for us coaches, I think, very, very important, yeah. We make a part, one stone in the build of a player. One maybe small or big, but we make a stone. And when we see the picture of this player, it means playing well and making medals. then for us it has to be the biggest happiness just to know a little bit of this one I gave him or her. Yeah? Not me. It is the player. It is also always the aim of our work is to give. Yeah, the player is the one who is important. So, and now I start with this. We have plastic ball now. But I will go, because I experienced those things, I will go a little bit back to the small and big revolutions we had before in table tennis. We started, and this I saw with my eyes and experience with my hand in beginning of 60s. The players were still, a lot of players were playing with hardwood. It was wood and something on it. It was not always a pimples. It was not a sponge and a pimples. This was or a sponge or a pimples, or sometimes some materials which players were experimenting with. We had a wooden bat and something on it. Many different things. So at the beginning of 60s, the sponge with the rubber on it came. And with this, also topspin came. Our Japanese friends, they started with loop, they started with topspin, and this was a big novelty. Yeah? We are still discussing if it was Hungarians or the Yugoslavian players who brought this from Japan, and quickly also Europe, where a lot of table tennis was. This was a center of table tennis for the world then. Started to play this. They learned this. Yeah? But it became an absolutely new sport. With this was for me one of the big steps in table tennis. So, and then happily about 10 years everybody was trying to play with the rubber we know now. And at the beginning of 70s, two new rubbers, which were really also a big revolution, and we were quite upset about it, came, and this was long pimples and anti-topspin. Nobody knew how to play. I had the luck to be present on this event when top European players, half-gods, Johansson, Bengtsson, Šurbek, Yugoslav, Stipancic, the man with more feeling than maybe more feeling than Waldner had, first time started to play against long pips. It was funny because nobody understood what happens. The same was a little earlier with anti-top. Then we also had only one color of the bat. It was not black and red, it was only red. We hated black when it came. And we also had not to hear what was with which rubber one was playing. The players were, when they were hitting the ball, they were doing this very loudly. So you couldn't know which rubber it was. Yeah, we made terrible mistakes. This was for a moment it was destruction of table tennis. But I think table tennis people are very, very clever. We learned very quickly to play against this. And then, happily, we played about 10 years against anti-top, against long pimples, against rubber, and we learned, and it was okay. Then, in the meantime, the players were not satisfied with this. And they were trying to make it a little quicker, everything. Gluing came. Yeah, it was at the beginning. It was the normal glue with which we were patching together our bicycle rubbers. You know, bicycle has a tire, not rubber, and this glue it was very effective. Bang! Yeah, it was also a little bit poisonous. Yeah, so we had to change it. But this was a revolution, but it came a little bit slowlier then at once having a new pimples or anti-top. Yeah, we were adapting to this slowly. In the same time, this was the 80s, and then maybe 80s and then 90s, we tried to hide our serve. We have tried to somehow to make it difficult for the other one to return the serve. So it really was, at the end, we had the serve, we put our body in front, pang, and then the other one had to guess what is inside. It was wonderful. But even to this, we adapted, somehow it worked. Yeah? I say, table tennis players, very good stuff. And then this was 90s. We had the glue, we had the serve, okay? And then the 2000 came. And then the revolution started. In 17 years, we had major changes in table tennis. You see, before 40 years, it's slowly, yeah, here a little bit and there a little bit, and the players adapted and the coaches looked and trying to find a way to play against, but now at once. It was, we changed the serve. Not enough, for my opinion, but we changed the serve. No more pirouette, no more this pang. It has to be a little bit thin, not always, but okay. Then we change how we count. Before we played till 21, long sets, long matches. We changed the system of team matches. Before we had this Wesleyan Cup and Corbion Cup system, and long team matches, very long team matches. I remember where it was somewhere in Japan, Stellan Bengtsson was playing from morning in the 9 till evening in the 10, and he didn't have time to go to lunch. He was playing all the time. Yeah, 3 matches, three players in a team, terrible. Okay, we changed that. Then we changed, and then it started to be interesting, the ball. We said, maybe our ball is too small, and maybe it would be better for the television and for the spectators, and make the ball a little bigger. Yeah. I remember the coaches were very afraid of this change, because the ball is something which is really important for us. Yeah, this is you can't do a lot if the ball is not fine. But my impression is, I don't know what you think all, even with this, the defense player had problems. Yeah, defense players, they suffered. But the rest of the world, very quickly the best were the best, and those who were behind were behind. It was, again, not a revolution killing people. So now comes, again, a new thing, and this is the plastic ball. We had to change, because everybody knows why we had to change this. And now we have still, now I talk in the name of our team, not my team, our coaches' team. We have a feeling that this is now a serious adaptation of table tennis, of style, of technique, is necessary to be successful, the same successful as before.